please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Thank you. Today I want to talk about the case involving a young man, TYRE Nichols. He was 29 years old, and he was beaten and died on January 10th of this year. This is just a horrific set of events. And CNN describes it as this: "You're going to see acts that defy humanity," the police chief says, as officials urge calm when TYRE Nichols' arrest videos are released publicly tonight. From what I understand, the video is unconscionable and beyond barbaric, completely inhumane. I don't even know, honestly, if I can personally handle it myself. Those types of aggression truly disturb me. I will do my best to watch and share what I can share, but those things don't sit well with me. As a human being, I cannot watch videos like that against people or animals. I don't even like scary movies. So, that being said, I want to share with you what we know about this case and what the chief said.
First learned about this incident, Chief?
It was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. The previous day, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, this incident occurred. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I learned of the incident, and it was just a strange summary of what occurred on a traffic stop. And I decided to go in the office and meet with the individuals that had information that I could take a look at it, even though at that time TYRE was in the hospital. But still, because he had injuries that I just didn't understand. It was incomprehensible to me. We came in the office and decided to take a look that Sunday morning, and it was alarming.
That's Sunday morning is when you first saw the video?
That's absolutely right.
And then when you saw it, what was your reaction?
I was outraged. It was incomprehensible to me. It was unconscionable, and I felt that I needed to do something and do something quickly. I don't think I've witnessed anything of that nature in my entire career.
Really?
Really.
That bad?
It was that bad.
What are we going to see then?
You're going to see acts that defy humanity. You're going to see a disregard for life, duty of care that we're all sworn to, and a level of physical interaction that is above and beyond what is required in law enforcement. And I'm sure that, as I said before, that individuals watching will feel what the family felt. And if you don't, then you're not a human being. And we all are human beings. And I think there will be a measure of sadness as well.
How long do these incidents go on? We heard from the district attorney yesterday and from the head of the TBI that there were 2 separate incidents, right?
Yes.
How long do they go on? And what was the worst part of it? Because it has been said that the officers became charged.
Yes.
During the second incident, that they got more riled up.
Well, from the very beginning, to me, they were riled up. Mm-hmm. I don't think they were as amped up as they were on the second, at the second scene, but just the stop, the nature of the stop, very aggressive, loud, communication, and it just rose from there. It escalated from there. Mr. Nichols was able to get away from these officers, and they found him again at another location. And at that point, there was an amount of aggression that is unexplainable. You know, in any instance where you're apprehending someone, even in the worst situations when there is resistance, officers still have the responsibility to exercise care and regard for any individual that's in custody or they're attempting to apprehend. And they're trained to do that.
And to de-escalate.
And to de-escalate. And that's a piece I think that is in question, but I think the escalation was there from the officers before training even needed to come in as it relates to de-escalate. The escalation was already at a high level.
This young man deserves justice, and I really hope that the city of Memphis and around the nation will be able to keep things together. As from what I understand, this young man spoke for things of love and peace, and he was an avid skateboarder and liked his sports. Kind of a chilling comment in light of what occurred, you know, with his life. And this terrible tragedy and tragedies like it need to be stopped. I completely back the blue, and unfortunately, we have instances where the blue doesn't do what it's supposed to be doing, and at least the chief in blue really stepped up here. These officers used an excessive amount of force. They abused their privilege, and they are where they need to be at this current time. Young men themselves, I don't know why they did this. I want you guys to hear from Tyree's mom.
First of all, I'd like to say thank each and every one of you for being here to support my son. Our family is grief-stricken right now, and this is very hard to swallow. I don't speak very well in front of people. I don't even like talking in front of people, but I just want to say this. When that tape comes out tomorrow, it's going to be horrific.
My Lord, my Lord.
I didn't see it, but from what I hear, it's going to be horrific. But I want each and every one of you to protest in peace. I don't want us burning up our cities, tearing up the streets, because that's not what my son stood for. And if you guys are here for me and Tyree, then you will protest peacefully. You can get your point across, but we don't need to tear up our cities, people, because we do have to live in them. So I just want to say again, I appreciate everyone, each and every one of you, for being here and supporting my son.
The pain that this family is going through, no one should have to experience. Something so unnecessary, something that did not have to be. This is terrible. Everyone is so gung-ho to watch the video of what occurred, but I would exercise extreme caution because it's going to be horrific brutality, and that is not for everyone. So please consider who you have in the room, who's around you, your volume settings, and if you can handle watching it when it does finally get released. I will post a link at that time when it is released in the description. I'm going to share a clip from MSNBC.
You're going to see TYRE Nichols is calling out for his mom. He calls out 3 times for his mother. His last words on this earth is mom, mom, mom. I mean, he's screaming for her. And when you think about that kidnapping charge, he said, I just want to go home. I mean, it's a traffic stop, for God's sake.
For a mother to know that their child was calling them in their need and I wasn't there for him, Do you know how I feel right now? Because I wasn't there for my son. I was telling someone that I had this really bad pain in my stomach earlier, not knowing what had happened. But once I found out what happened, that was my son's pain that I was feeling. And I didn't even know. But for me to find out that my son was calling my name and I was only feet away and did not even hear him, you have no clue how I feel right now. No clue.
The unimaginable pain that this woman is going through, to have seen her son in such a condition. I want to remember TYRE in love and light, and in good times and good spirits. I don't know what faith you all practice, but whatever it is, if you would say a prayer for TYRE and his friends and his family during such a horrific ordeal. This is something that should never ever be, and it disturbs me every time we see an incident like this. We have to do a lot better as a human race. This is just inexcusable. In memory of TYRE and other people like TYRE, just be kind, do better in their honor. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about, so you should truly be kind always, always. It costs nothing to be kind. Stay tuned, stay safe. Please, if you will, hit the subscribe button, and I will be back with you just as soon as I can. Be safe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.